Okay. I think we're good. I think we should be live. I think. Okay, I think so. Anyway, I'm pretty sure we're good. If we're not, feel free to yell at me. Man, I am so low energy right now. This is not okay. I'm way too tired. Hello everybody and welcome to another stream of Seduce Me. I am Gina, aka the Gina 2. Shelties is already here as per usual. I saw Jules lurking in the chat earlier. And I'm sure more of the Chu-Chu Club will roll in. I fully implemented some new stuff for the chat. I got oh god. I made some ranks. I might adjust them. If you spend 10 hours in the chat, you get bumped up from unranked to passenger. I named them after like train things because obviously the train. If you spend 50 hours in the chat, you get upgraded from passenger to frequent rider. And if you spend 100 hours in the chat, you get upgraded from frequent rider to conductor. And that's all I have so far. I might put others in. I might adjust the numbers. I don't know. Anyway. Let's play some Seduce Me. Let's get into it. Ugh. Am I gonna have Facebook notifications popping up on my stream because freaking Facebook? Ah. Yep. Stop messing with me, Sibel. And Eulalia's here. Hi, Eulalia. So good to see you. Okay. I have Suzu's walkthrough all loaded up and ready to go. Suzu. Somebody claimed Suzu. Shelties, obviously, claimed Suzu. So, Anderson's name today is Shelties. The command is, I almost said pound tickets. It's exclamation point tickets. Gwen is here. Hi, Gwen. Welcome to the stream. I'm so happy to see you. Yes, it's exclamation point tickets. Also, the heist is officially implemented. I changed it around. Instead of a bank heist, it's a train robbery because, you know, we're just rolling with the train theme here. So you could type exclamation point heist to start a heist. You could start a heist and put in some points. You'll have 2 minutes for other people to jump in on the heist, and then the game just kind of goes as normal. You see, you know, it's basically a betting game, like to see if the heist succeeds or not, I think. I don't know. You guys could play around with it. I figured it would be fun for you guys to play around with. Bang tickets. Look! Exclamation points are notated as bang in programming, and I can't help it. Okay, so anyway, this is Shelties. Alright, Shelties, don't give me no sass! I'm letting you romance Suzu, okay? So we're gonna pick all the Suzu-friendly options. So we're gonna say, I like Dragon Company.
Booyah! Dragon Company it is!
Dragon Company
All right,
it is!
now that we've decided on this...
Alright. So, this is Naomi getting upset that Suzu ran out the door. I'm gonna say, I wish I was as fast as her getting out of here. Naomi folded her arms close to her chest, giving me a disappointed look.
Oh, not you too. She's turning you into a delinquent.
It's a joke, Naomi.
Well, it's not really funny.
Wow, like, calm the fuck down, Naomi. Jesus. Are you jealous?
You guys are slow. Are you coming or what?
Alrighty, there we go. No number, just exclamation point heist, I believe. Okay, so we're gonna have what Naomi's have. No, I'm sorry. We're gonna have Cajun fries and spicy chicken burger, just like Suzu, because we're all about her. Might as well go spicy today. Okay. Blah, blah, blah. None of this matters. None of this matters. Dad smacks us across the face. None of this shit matters. We're gonna say Suzu's right, Naomi.
Of course you would side with her.
Ha! See? At least she knows how to have fun.
I know how to have fun. You don't need to be wild to have fun.
If you initiate the heist, you should get a message from the bot saying that a heist has been initiated. I believe it's just exclamation point heist. I don't even know what the heists are. I've never seen them before. There you go. Okay, so this is cute. I'm looking at this. Load their weapons and check their equipment. Very funny. Alright. Guys, I'm going there after school today because my parents want me to get used to living there.
Seriously? It hasn't even been a day since you came back to school.
Sorry, this heist thing is very interesting to me. I've never seen it before. Okay, so basically you're betting against each other, I suppose? I don't know. Anyway, alright, let's leave it alone. Whatever. I don't care. We don't care about this. We don't care about the boys. We're gonna hit him again.
No! You're just being violent now!
Yeah, shut up, Sam. We've already romanced you. Jump up and protect yourself. Let's pick all the crazy Suzu-like reactions. I think I'll keep it.
It looks so creepy.
No. Smack him.
No. That's going to sting.
Aw, Eric. You don't know the word heist? Oh, maybe I don't want to say it's because you're from Germany, but basically a heist is like a robbery. It's like a planned, I guess, group robbery? Alright, so I didn't. I'm gonna laugh. Blah, 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 blah. They're visitors! We don't care. We want to romance Suzu. I'll go out with Suzu and Naomi.
Are you sure?
And you can see I've never taken this route before because I don't have the skip option available to me. So we're going in blind, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, it's like poker. If person A pulls in 5, person B puts in 10, they go in and then some or all come out. If you can, oh, okay. And you play with the tickets that you get. Okay. Interesting. Well, enjoy the game, guys. I hope you have fun with it. What is going on with my life right now? Oh, God. There's people who have been trying to friend me. Chu-Chu Club members have been trying to friend me here on Twitch and I haven't been paying attention. Okay. I'm sure. I trust these guys to be able to work everything out.
Thank you for trusting us, miss.
We'll have everything done for you by the time you return home.
Alright, we'll wait here while you go get your things.
I was strangely relieved to know that everything was going to be okay while I was gone from the house. I trusted the guys enough to do everything they could for this house party, so my mind focused itself on hanging out with my friends. Eventually, I was out the door, walking towards Naomi's car with Naomi and Suzu. Suzu grabbed the entire back seat as I took the passenger side. Naomi started the car and drove off towards the city. It was nice driving out with my friends. After all that had happened, it was good to just get out and forget my troubles.
Well, since we got you out of the house, we might as well go to the mall and walk around a bit. We did just eat breakfast after all.
Yeah, that was a good meal, though.
Could have had more flavor, in my opinion.
Suzu, you eat chili peppers when you're bored.
Oh, God!
Everything you eat always needs more flavor.
Oh, my God! She has... That's probably because all of her taste buds are dead. Jesus Christ! Oh, my cooldown is a half hour. The default is an hour. if you have a suggestion for a shorter cooldown time, because I'm not familiar with this stuff, please let me know, and I will change it. Do you want a 5-minute cooldown? Do you want a minute cooldown? I don't care. People, I heard it's good to keep it long just so the chat doesn't get flooded, but I don't care. Whatever you guys want to do, I don't care if you guys play. You're supposed to be here to enjoy yourself and have a good time, damn it. I assume it's you need to teach me, Suzu. Oh, it doesn't matter. Okay. You need to teach me, Suzu.
You just need to eat spicy food all the time. You gotta tame your mouth.
I've tried to eat spicier and spicier food. It doesn't seem to ever work for me, though. Like, I feel like my spice tolerance doesn't really increase.
Tame your mouth? Really, Suzu?
Sounds difficult.
Anyways, after the mall, what do you want to do? We could go to the Pink Lady Cafe and chill out with Kay. I'm sure she'd love the company.
But we have to stop by the arcade. They have this new game out called Orion. You get to control this guy named Isaku, and you're part of the rebel forces, and you get to shoot things, and there's robots, and...
Yo.
Sheesh, we get it, Suzu, we get it. We'll go to the arcade.
Which one first, though? You know how popular Kay is. She'll be swamped with customers later in the day.
I'd rather go in the late afternoon. She has better options during the last hour of the cafe.
So basically after the arcade?
You figured me out so quickly, Patterson.
What did I tell you about using my last name?
Well, let's go to... I assume the answer is the arcade, and indeed it is. Oh, how cool! Yo, guys, maybe the Hidden Block Club and the Normal Boots Club are fighting in here. I don't know, is this the same arcade? We can pretend that this is the same arcade and, like, have a Seduce Me Asagao Academy crossover. Somebody's gotta write a fanfic. I'm putting it on you guys. Go for it. Oh my god, Schultes is like, let me do math to figure out how best to gamble. Oh, Shelty counting cards is not allowed. So we headed to the mall and walked around for a good amount of time before driving out to the Moonfall Arcade. As weird as the name sounded, the arcade was one of the best arcades in the city. Kids and teenagers lined their games, watching the players at the consoles as they anxiously waited to have their turn.
Oh, there it is!
Yeah, Gwen's already hard at work writing like a Chu-Chu Club / Seduce Me crossover. Somebody's got to cross over Seduce Me with Asagao. We could come up with ideas together, you guys. Like, maybe Anderson's high school was the high school that Hana used to go to before she left. But, like, she knew Naomi and Suzu and Mika and thought that they were at least nice and maybe they could run into each other again. Like, maybe that could be a basis for it. I'm sitting here writing the fanfic all on my own. I should be playing this game. Suzu grabbed Naomi and me by the hands before dragging us to a section of the arcade where a bunch of kids had gathered in awe and excitement. In the middle of the crowd was a large game with 2 joystick platforms and a screen that flashed the name Orion every other second. In the background of the screen, a holographic play field glimmered before us, revealing a neo-futuristic battlefield and an enemy robot charging right at the camera.
This is the game you were excited about?
It looks really cool.
That's right! And I'm gonna play it so hard I'll beat the game in one shot.
Yo, you might be able to join the Hidden Block Club, man. They need to fulfill their girl quotient, I'm just saying. Suzu smirked and looked at me, hoping that I would join her as I usually did for partner games. I looked at Naomi, who merely rolled her eyes and crossed her arms and gave me the okay nod. I grinned before nodding to Suzu, who cheered in joy. Guys, I just got an idea! Alright? Group gaming, Mika, Naomi, and Suzu versus continue. Come on. I'm having way too much fun coming up with this idea. This is gonna totally derail everything.
Woohoo! Alright, let's do this.
I really love this CG. I love the way that they drew the arcade stuff in the background. That's awesome. Make a whole new visual novel out of it. I've been dying to learn Python so that I could use RenPy to make my own, but I don't have art assets. I don't have music. I don't have anybody that can draw. I can write the story and I could probably learn how to program it, but my friends and I were actually hardcore working on one at one point, but we just didn't have anybody to give us assets. You know, you can't expect people to make that many assets for free. You need financial backing. It's tough. It took us a good half hour before we were able to step up to the platforms. The point of the game was to beat the government and restore freedom to the general public. We played as rebels and a robot, and the game quickly became a smash and bash game versus multiple enemy robots. Playing with Suzu was always an adventure. We both knew what our strengths and weaknesses were, so it's easy to collaborate with each other. It wasn't long before we got into the swing of the game and were beating enemies like crazy. Wait, who's leaving? I'm missing so much shit. Oh, Shelties, no! By the time we got to the boss, we were unstoppable. It was so refreshing to beat the boss and put our 3-letter code names in the high score list.
And that is how you game. We are unstoppable, Anderson.
Eulalia, don't even tempt me. Don't even tempt me. Suzu gave me a large smile, which made me smile back. I was happy to be able to hang out and have fun with my friends like this. I felt free from worries and responsibilities. It was something I loved. I want to see some of your art, Eulalia. Just in general. I love seeing people's art. We eventually lost track of time and wound up staying longer than we expected, making us unable to stop at the cafe before going home to dress for the housewarming party. So we drove back. Naomi and Susan picked up clothes and other necessities from their house before driving back to the mansion. Alrighty, the house party, blah, 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 blah. To be honest, no, we're gonna give terrible answers. Could be better.
Do you have
Do I,
What do you think?
But.
What do you think?
But.
Do you think?
But. We don't know what we're saying. Oh, God. We've made a fool of ourselves. Gwen is so adorable. Shelties is back. Oh, God, Andrew. I want to romance Andrew again. That was super cute.
You're welcome.
We're gonna stay put though. Fuck off! What? I just love his laugh. His laugh is pretty fucking fantastic. Let's make some coffee. Don't disturb them. Pizza. We will go to our room and eat. I decided against bothering them. They knew where the food was, so... Oh, no. I don't want auto on. I decided against bothering them. They knew where the food was, so I went to my room instead and ate alone in my room. It's not my problem. Yeah, we did all this. There were so many places to go. I assume we were supposed to go back to the arcade? Yeah, we're gonna go back to the arcade. I arrived at the arcade, ready to spend some cash on some fun games. I didn't want to be stuck at home on a Sunday. Besides, the arcade always had something new to play, no matter how often you came. Also, sub to Youngtown. Thank you, Shelties. I saw the video that Youngtown put up of his performance at that convention. Oh my god, he crushed it. And watching him and Satch sing together was incredible. Like, Luke crushed it. I was so proud of him. The dude is so talented, I can't even handle him. Everybody sub to Youngtown. Yeah, he did take my star. I saw that. Oh my god. He was so good. And he's so pretty too, you guys. Like, he's fantastic. He's just fantastic in every way. I began to wander the aisles of machines, scanning over them to find good games to play. I played a lot of games already with Suzu, so it was just a matter of finding a good one. What finally caught my attention was a crowd of people surrounding a group of machines. I got closer and peeked through the crowd to see Suzu sitting in a racing game versus two other players who were on the same machine behind Suzu's. From the looks of it, Suzu was losing, and that was causing her anger to face.
You're going down!
Oh god, this is Jerk. This is his name. His name is Jerk. Oh my gosh. I've seen that picture before. Shut up, Shelties! He's very pretty, okay? We can all agree.
Kiss my Italian ass!
Beautiful, Suzu. As an Italian woman myself, I completely endorse that statement. I stifled a giggle, watching Suzu remain playful under stress. She was adorable but feisty, truly a spicy Italian. I observed as Suzu finally caught up to her opponents and passed them with ease.
What the? Hurry it up!
The Moron and Jerk. These are fantastic characters. Yo, favorite characters? Seduce Me, Moron and Jerk. 10 out of 10. Best characters. Oh, so you did draw that, Eulalia? Because I've seen that before, like, all over the place.
Later, losers!
The crowd began to cheer, watching Suzu beat out the guys and slide into first place. As the lights and sounds began to blare in celebration, the two jerks left the machine in a huff and Suzu stood up.
Good game, everyone.
Slowly, the crowd began to disperse, leaving me standing to applaud for Suzu alone. Suzu smiled as she finally saw me walking over to me.
Hey, what brings you here?
Yes, Shelties! Hey, I didn't want to be stuck at home, so I came here. I needed to have some fun after yesterday.
Yeah, man, I get you. Yesterday was full of tightwad business guys, and me and Naomi were pretty uncomfortable, too.
Really? I'm really sorry about that. Suzu laughed and waved her hands in dismissal of it. She then leaned against the racing game and put her hands in her pockets.
So what do you plan on doing here?
Making out with you. I mean, let's play a game together.
Oh, really? What game do you think you could beat me at?
I saw that pic, Shelties. I've seen that picture in many other places. I mean, it'd be nice to have a real life version of it, but that's okay. Oh, Luke. Oh, Luke. I think we could do some major damage and beat our high scores in robot extermination. Suzu grinned from ear to ear, nodding before taking my hand and heading over to the machine in question. It was cute to see Suzu like this. She was always the adventurous type, and I loved that side of her beyond anything. I guess that's what kept our friendship strong for so long. Eventually, we did reach a large machine covered with images of robots disguised as animal mascots and blood. We took up our plastic guns and swiped our game cards across the credit slot, giving our credits to the game to play.
You take left, I take right?
As usual, let's go! The game quickly started up and we blasted our way through hordes of robots, landing more headshots than professional shooter tournament players. Suzu and I had played this game so often it pretty much become our go-to high-score game. We always kept the top 5 spots on the leaderboard for ourselves. These girls need to play continue in the fucking tournament in Asagao! I want to see it happen! Shelty, stop making random quotes about me doing things. Should I make a fangirl command for when I start fangirling? Is this something that needs to happen? As we finished the first level, though, we were stunned to see the new leaderboard at the loading screen.
Someone took number 1?
Oh, hell no.
We maxed that level, right?
Mm-hmm. Yo, Bay right here. Frog-ish. Super taxi. I like it. Suzu looked at me with a very familiar deadly look in her eyes. She was determined to regain number 1. So was I. I knew what this meant. No deaths, quick reloads, and consistent headshots and Easter egg points. The whole experience itself ran 2 hours straight with the main game and its sequel programmed into the machine. Once you finished, you immediately began the next until you reached the end of the second game. At least it had some cutscenes to take breaks in between. It'll be tough, but we got this. Suzu nodded before putting her game card in the breast pocket of her jacket and readying herself for the next level. I braced myself for a long game.
Hey Anderson, let's make this a little more fun. Whoever has the least amount of headshots has to treat the other to lunch.
It's almost 2 p.m., Suzu.
There's such a thing as late lunch.
Alright, you're on.
Second level, start.
Whoa, 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 machine, whoa! Yeah, I have I can set up the quote system. I just don't have. It's hard for me to pick out quotes to add because I you know what I mean? Like, I would have to write them down somewhere. If somebody wants to keep a track of some quotes, like in a Google Doc or something, and share it with me, that's cool. But it's hard for me to do it while I'm streaming. I showed that scene on my stream. I'm gonna get in trouble. Okay. And we were off! Virtual bullets began to fly across the screen, slamming into our heads and multiple robots and causing them to fall to the floor and die out. One by one, Suzu and I burned through the game like our lives depended on it. We eventually had a crowd form behind us, cheering us on and offering us food so that we wouldn't have to leave the machine. Most of them were guys who liked the girl on gun action, but some of them were actually excited bystanders, hoping that we would take back our high scores. We snacked a bit, taking breaks between cutscenes and level changes, but we remained true to our goal. Eventually, we made it to the final boss, a giant black bear robot with red eyes and deadly attacks. Or at least it's not Jock.
Let's go, Anderson!
Right behind you! The crowd began to cheer us on as we began our final battle. Our legs were a little wobbly, but we were too into the game to care. All we cared about was the large red bear at the top of the screen slowly emptying with each bullet we fired into the boss's body. We only had a few shots left when someone called out,
"You girls suck!"
Without missing a shot, Suzu and I replied at once.
You wish we did!
Yeah, there we go. I synced up with her on that. I tried to. Before landing the final blow to our opponent, the death cutscene flashed and played on screen, the scream of the robot bear booming throughout the speakers. Suzu and I weren't excited just yet. We were waiting for the high score screen to appear. It was the final high score screen of the entire game, and so it was the most important screen in our eyes. Come on.
New high score.
Yeah, normal boots win. I mean, what? The screen popped up revealing our code SCA as the #1 score in the game, knocking down our mysterious MAL opponent to second place. Was that Malix? Did Malix beat our high score? You guys, did fucking Malix beat our high score and we just took it back? Like, really? I'm saying it's Malix. Eulalia, I love it. You like drawing guys in Speedos? I should pick somebody for you to draw in a Speedo. The crowd behind us went ballistic as Suzu and I hugged each other tightly in joy. It was like stepping over a major milestone despite it only being an arcade game. We did it! Woohoo! The second start screen came up, separating Suzu and I from our hug of delight. In matters of accuracy, I was better. However, Suzu had more skills and headshots, making her the winner of our little bet.
Booyah! Free lunch!
Alright. Where to, boss?
I just want some drive-thru food. I've been eating way too many home-cooked meals, man. I need at least one unhealthy meal.
Suzu's family was indeed an Italian family, but they were very self-conscious about their food. They were quite possibly the healthiest family I knew. That's not a real Italian family, let's be honest. You should draw Malix in a Speedo for Izpap and surprise her with it. Just saying. Suzu and I left the arcade, occasionally stopping to be given praise or asked a question about our gaming skills. We eventually headed out to the parking lot where a decently used Jade motorcycle sat with chains around its wheels. Suzu quickly took off the chains and took a seat on the bike, getting out 2 helmets, placing one on her own head and ushering me to sit behind her. I followed her gesture and made myself comfortable in the leather seat behind her, putting one of the helmets on and wrapping my arms around her waist. I had ridden with her on a motorcycle before, so this was nothing new to us. Suzu wrapped the engine and quickly sped out of the lot, driving into the street towards a fast food joint.
Does Paradise Parlor sound good? I'd love some Paradise Nuggets and cheese fries.
Yeah, sounds good. We went through the drive-thru and ordered meals for ourselves before heading to my home. Suzu parked in the front, watching me dismount from her bike.
Thanks for late lunch.
It might as well be dinner now. Suzu and I laughed. It was funny how time flew by. Obviously we should stick around and eat together. And by stick around and eat together, I mean, will you make out with me?
Huh? Oh, Nah, man. I gotta head back home and watch Francesca while my folks meet up with some bigwigs from the casino.
Oh, okay. See you in school then.
Thanks, though. See ya!
I waved at Suzu as she quickly headed out the gates and back home. I smiled as I watched her go before heading back inside. Suzu stuck around in my mind for a little longer than I expected, but I couldn't help but smile. This is all the regular stuff, blah, 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 blah. Fuck it, let's get her. Obviously we're gonna fight Malix. Alright, so this is the same deal with Andrew, is, she's trying to take away our memories, so obviously we're going to give up the memories. I looked at my phone and saw a text I must have completely forgotten about.
Dude, are you okay? Did the drive home yesterday go okay with your dad?
I tried to remember, but for some reason yesterday's events seemed blurry and almost blank. Diana, I remember going to school, dealing with Lizette, and then going home. I don't remember, however, being picked up by him. I must have been, or else I wouldn't be safe at home. I rubbed my head, trying to shake out exhaustion. Damn studying. I sighed and texted back. Sorry, I forgot to text you back. Everything was fine. See you when you get here. I made myself some quick toast and coffee, needing a jump start. I felt drained and I did not want to fall asleep in class. Something bothered me, though. My house felt empty, or at least emptier than when I came for some reason. I couldn't put my finger on it, but it slightly bothered me. I finished my food and quickly rushed to the front, waiting for Naomi's car and confident that nothing was going to happen. I avoided talking about what happened yesterday. Yeah, I'll be running with you guys. Oh, here we go. Suzu seemed to be very tense, focused on her desk more so than usual. I was almost tempted to poke her and see what was wrong. My phone, though, vibrated in my pocket. Thank God I set it on vibrate before class. I pulled out my phone and checked it, seeing a text from Naomi. I began to text back, suddenly going into a text conversation.
Hey, do you know what's wrong with Suzu?
I don't know.
Oh, I hope she's okay. She looks so stern.
Same here. I looked over once again at Suzu. She was intensely scribbling in her notebook, almost obsessively so. The grip on her new-looking purple pencil was almost tight enough to bend it. Each stroke she made with it. Diana! You bitch!
Oh, by the way, did you hear?
What?
Apparently, Suzu's family is really involved with the mob. My dad told me he saw Suzu's dad in court this morning with a big-time crime boss.
Yeah, so this was alluded to early in the game. Well, Lizette and her followers kind of made fun of, oh, your family's in the mob. Yeah, it might or may not be kind of sort of true. I don't know. Really? I couldn't believe it. Was Suzu okay? I looked over once more. Something made my heart slightly skip at seeing her again. I was worried yet, but for some reason I felt a little sad. Suzu had always sworn up and down that her family had no relations with crime lords, yet this happened. Why was this happening? I put my phone back into my pocket, ending the conversation. Hopefully Suzu would explain things to me soon. I was worried beyond belief about Suzu's position with her family. This time continued until the end of class period in that exact status. Suzu held her tense ground, focusing on nothing but incoherent scribbles on her paper, while Naomi and I watched on in worry, not caring for the class we were in. As the bell rang, Suzu stood up suddenly.
I gotta go. See you guys later.
Suzu zipped out of class like she was fleeing the devil himself. Irony.
What just happened?
I don't know. Obviously I'm going to chase after her. I needed to see what was wrong. Suzu was important to me and I needed to help her. I instantly grabbed my things and rushed out of the room.
Whoa! Where are you going? Hey!
I wasn't listening. I needed to get to Suzu. The hall was full of students, which made spotting Suzu a little harder. I wish she was just a little taller. Yeah, I wish I was taller too. Suzu Anderson's gonna be a mob wife. LOL. Well, she owns a casino, so you'll get your gambling in, Shelties. I began to push through the crowd, trying to find a trace of her hair, her jacket, anything. I managed to get a glimpse of her green jacket, instinctively following it down the hall into a classroom. Suzu's class was the other way. Where was she going? I continued following and peeked into the classroom, seeing no one else in there except Suzu. What shocked me was that Suzu was standing over an empty desk, slamming her fist onto the wood. I didn't know what to do. The world behind me in the hall went into slow motion as I stared at Suzu's back. She obviously wanted to be alone, but I wanted to help her fix whatever was bothering her. Obviously we're gonna help her. I couldn't leave her like this. I quickly stepped into the room and closed the door, making Suzu flinch and freeze up. Suzu? Suzu gasped before turning to me, a shocked expression on her face. Tears had painted her cheeks, which made my heart sink in my chest. Suzu, what's wrong?
It's nothing. Nothing.
Suzu quickly rubbed her eyes and face, trying to cover her face and clean it of sadness. I pressed my lips together, not believing her. Suzu, talk to me. You were acting strange in history.
I was just listening to the lecture.
Oh my god, I definitely made a huge typo. Guys, I'm definitely a professional writer. Remind me to fix that later. You were scribbling in your notebook. I was watching almost the entire class period.
I have bad handwriting.
That was true. She wouldn't write notes about she wouldn't write notes about class. She didn't care much for class, unlike Naomi and me. Naomi and I. Sorry. Why was she lying to me? What was going on? What was making her so distraught? Suzu, whatever's troubling you, let me help you.
You can't help me, okay?
I stepped back, feeling the sudden anger in her voice. She covered her mouth, regretting what came of it, and stared almost in pure fright at me. Suzu. I stepped towards her, not wanting to scare her, but wanting to be closer. Suzu didn't seem affected, so I continued to walk towards her. Eventually, we were only a desk away from each other. Tell me. Suzu stared before letting out a shuddering sigh, nodding in defeat. I slowly took a seat in the desk in front of me, watching as she moved to stand in front of it.
I've been having some issues, okay?
Issues? What about?
I'm supposed to help out the casino after graduation.
Isn't that good? It's a job, so it'll pay.
Yeah, pay. And blood money.
What do you mean? Is something going on with the casino?
Yeah, I get the pleasure of being a true Italian.
What do you mean?
Well, my dad's always wanted to own a casino, but my dad's an immigrant and whatever, so language barriers kept him from doing that. Luckily, my mom's pure Chicagoan, and so she knows English. When they opened up the casino together, I thought it'd be a great experience.
But it wasn't, was it?
A couple of suits showed up to our house last night. Mafia suits. They claimed that we were under protection as part of the Capone family.
No way. Suzu.
Look, I knew my family was a little messed up, but to be related to Capone was beyond crazy. My mother swore up and down that she had no relation to them, but apparently, through a marriage and a couple contracts, we're technically part of the family. Even if it isn't true, they made my folks sign out a protection license.
It was crazy. Really? Al Capone? Is this where we're going? Alright. Al Capone, the Chicago mobster Robin Hood, but never... Al Capone was the Chicago mobster Robin Hood that knew how to keep a family together. I never knew Suzu's family was so involved. Oh god, you guys are losing your minds. With Suzu so protective of her family, it was no wonder she was upset. She preached so often that her family wasn't involved in things like that. Even Naomi defended her. I had to stop. This wasn't helping Suzu. I needed to help her feel better beyond anything else. So what happens to you?
Nothing. We pay a part of our profit to the family, and we're protected. Protected my ass. It's bribe money to make sure we don't lose business or get bombed.
Suzu stared down at the desk between us, her hands tightening into fists.
This is bullshit. I was gonna be normal. I was gonna be happy. I was gonna finally be normal enough to ask you out.
I felt like I was dreaming. What? She wanted to ask me out? Huh? When? How? Oh, Suzu. Suzu covered her mouth and stared up at me as if she'd slapped me and regretted moving her hand. I stared, lost in my own thoughts. Suzu pounded the desk with her fists again.
Fuck! This is great! Just turn around.
I stood and turned around, obeying her. Lost in my own train of thought, I needed to do anything I could to help her subconsciously. I could hear Suzu grumbling to herself.
This is stupid. Stupid! You might as well go. I mean, this is...
Suzu groaned. I could feel her mixed emotions radiate onto my back. I felt myself step forward, away from Suzu in reaction. Whoa! Quickly, though, Suzu grabbed a hold of my vest. I froze, breaking out from my own thoughts.
I like you. I really do, okay?
I felt my heart flutter in flattery. Suzu, one of my best friends, liked me. I wasn't sure what to say. Suzu's grip on my vest tightened, pulling me slightly. I wanted to turn and hug her, but right now she needed to let her emotions out.
I like you, but I don't want to ask you out like this. I don't want people to think you're affiliated with the Mafia kid. This whole situation is just messed up, and...
I felt my heart drop. She cared about me and wanted to protect me from her reputation. I was flattered, but at the same time, I was angry. She was my best friend, and she liked me enough to confess her feelings to me despite her situation. What could I say to her, though? How about kiss me, you absolute fool? This was a huge deal for both her and me. She'd been one of my best friends for the majority of my life, and here she was confessing to having a crush on me. It was surreal, yet it made me feel both strange and fluffy. Suzu sighed and let go of my vest. I turned around to see her run her fingers through her hair.
Look, I'm sorry. I guess I needed to vent. I feel better now.
I couldn't help but stare at Suzu longer. Was she not expecting me to say anything in return? A sentence bubbled in my stomach, forcing itself out of my mouth without filter. Go out with me! Kiss me, you fool! I did not know what came over me. I let it spill out. I liked her, though. I liked her a lot. She was badass and cute in her own special way. I loved that she was an individual and stayed true to herself no matter what Naomi or I did. Sure, she was a little aggressive, but that added to the charm. Suzu stared at me, blushing red as she could be. I was positive that if she blushed any more, she would faint from all the blood rushing into her cheeks to color them that red.
Did you just...
Yes, I did. I stepped forward and gently took Suzu's hand. I needed her to know how I felt. She poured her feelings out to me. It was more than fair to share mine with her. I really like you too. You're adorable and I love that about you. You're caring and fun and you have this sort of charm. Suzu, will you go out with me? Suzu was completely red in the face, but her eyes started to water. Rouge tears dripped from the edges of her eyes as she almost glared at me. Rogue tears, I'm sorry.
What about...
I don't care. We'll deal with it as it comes, but for now, I want to be with you. Truly. Suzu stared before rushing at me and hugging me tightly, burying her face in my chest. I held her tightly, wanting to comfort her. I felt a small part of my heart filled with pure joy. I felt happy, like nothing was going to stand in our way. Months went by since Suzu's confession. We were happy, and eventually graduation came along. The rest of the story oh, here we go, guys! I graduated from school as one of the top 10 students in my class. My family was proud, even my dad. Maybe it's because I did my best in school. It's the same thing as the other one. Suzu, my girlfriend, went to work with the casino right after school, learning both security and machine design. I guess her love for video games drew her interest in slot machines. Soon she was able to fix broken or hacked machines within mere moments. As for her family, they weren't afraid of the protection they had, but they were cautious with every business meeting they held with the bank bigwigs. Suzu would often drag me to the arcade to blow off steam if something went wrong. But what of my future? Well, with Suzu's support, I finally decided to stand up for myself. After I graduated, Andrew and I presented our cases to the board and decided to have Andrew step into the CEO position of the Anderson Toys Company. Well, there you go! My father was beyond shocked. I congratulated Andrew and went to the University of Chicago. Yep, this is the same thing that happened with Andrews. Yep, my grandfather would be proud. Did I want to venture on my own? Suzu reassured me that she would support me and help me through whatever I decided to do. I was grateful and would never forget that promise. I was happy and nothing could shake me down from that happiness. One morning I woke up and all that had happened as if it were a dream. My life seemed to fall perfectly into place. It felt almost surreal.
Is everything as you wanted, sweetie?
Oh, this again? Yeah. Shut up, Diana.
There's no need to worry about who I am.
Yeah, what I desired, blah, 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 blah.
Oh, would you mind?
Yeah, you want to kiss me? Screw you.
Lovely. Now. And thus, my price is paid.
Yeah. Take your price and shove it up your ass, lady. What was I thinking about? Oh, yes, my life. I let my mind wander to my future before my phone started ringing. I instantly picked it up. Hello?
Hey, can I come over?
Yeah, sure. What's wrong?
I just need to see you, okay?
Okay, I'll see you in a bit. Yeah, someone needs to stay in there, lame. I grew worried. What was wrong? Did something happen? My mind began to sort through possibilities that could have occurred with Suzu. Soon enough, I heard Suzu's motorcycle pull up to the gate. I rushed to the front doors and opened them to see Suzu looking at me with seriously distressed eyes.
Tell me you love me.
What? Suzu? What?
Just tell me.
All right, I love you, okay?
You love me?
I love you. I love you a lot, okay? Now what's... Before I knew it, Suzu rushed to me and held me tightly. I gasped, but wrapped my arms around Suzu, trying to comfort her despite my confusion. She obviously needed some love right now. I would get my answers when she was okay.
I love you too. I never felt like this with anyone.
Shh, it's okay, Suzu. It's okay. I held her close, petting her head gently. When Suzu relaxed in my arms, she looked up at me, tears in her eyes.
My parents want you to come over for dinner.
Wait, what?
My parents want to meet you as my girlfriend. They were shocked when they found out you and I were together, and it's really embarrassing, and I don't want you to feel pressured, but they're serious. And now that they're connected with the mob, then...
Suzu! Shh. I placed a finger over her lips, making her stare up at me in surprise. I would love to have dinner with your folks as your girlfriend. I'd do anything for you. Oh my god! Super adorable! I'm dying! Suzu smiled widely up at me, more tears falling down her cheeks. She wrapped her arms up under my arms and kissed me lovingly, surprising me. As soon as she did, though, she pulled away.
I didn't mean to.
Feeling bold, I grabbed her hand and pulled her back to me, wrapping my arms around her and kissing her with the same amount of love she gave me. She was shocked, but I felt her relax in my arms as she kissed me back. I didn't want to wake up that this was indeed a dream. I felt light as a feather, not wanting to ever let go of this woman in my arms. There were no words that could describe the emotions within me. I felt joy, happiness, ecstatic high all at once. Here I was, holding the woman I wanted to be with like nothing else mattered. I vowed to cherish her and love her for the remainder of my days and beyond. And that was my happily ever after. Suzu's love! Yay! Good Suzu endings! Suzu love for everyone! It is super cute. Alright, I think I should be able to get Naomi's done tonight too. So I'm going to end the stream here, just to pause for a second. And then I'm going to restart the stream and we're going to do Naomi's route. So get ready for that, you guys. I'll be back in just a second. And if you're watching this on YouTube, thank you very much for watching. I love you guys. I'll see you soon. Bye!